What can a parent ask or want for their children? And I see it when I look in every one of my child's eyes. We love, and we love strong. We try and teach moral fiber and moral ethic, and we teach work ethic. And no one could have done that better than my parents. What we can't teach is people to be happy. That's up to each individual and fluctuates every second at any moment. But having those other foundations are what are critical, and Samantha and I have the best parents that have built all of those foundations, and we must tell you, we are so happy tonight. And as life goes on, and as that happiness fluctuates, up or down, we are honored to celebrate it with all of you, because we know when we are down, each and every one of you would be there for us, just like we will be for you. We love you all. Let's raise the roof and celebrate all night. Thank you for being here. Love you all. Love you all.
Marriage is a meeting of two minds, two hearts, and two souls. It is clear that Ken and Samantha are a perfect example of this. Ken, I believe that Samantha has met her perfect partner. We have known Ken for nearly 4 years, and both Judy and I think he's everything one could hope for in a son-in-law. Every father hopes his daughter will find a reliable and sensible and considerate partner, and as much as you try not to interfere in their lives, you always hope your children will make the right choices in life. Ken asked my permission to marry Samantha, and I couldn't be happier, and of course I said yes, and pointed out the no return policy attached to this agreement.
On March 13th, 2015, I received a text from Ken which said, "I'm going to ask Sam tonight." I knew he had an elaborate romantic proposal planned. What I didn't know was that right after he texted me, and we all know how the story goes, Ken randomly showed up to see Sam at work and dropped to one knee right in the middle of the hallway on one of ECMC's medical surgical units. So despite having a well-thought-out proposal to take place just a few hours later, Ken could not wait 1 minute longer to ask Sam to be his wife. And that's the most romantic thing I've ever heard. Sorry. May your life be like good wine, tasty, sharp, and clear, and like good wine, may it improve with every passing year. Congratulations.
How do you really measure the years? By the hourglass of the traveled fields, and I'll steal the hand that fixes time, 'cause I've got a love that won't run dry. Hold me close, never let go.
I was a 13-year-old kid watching my grandfather die from heart failure. Watching him with an oxygen tank, get ready in his wheelchair, for me to push him to see his physician. And we would walk up a ramp, and there'd be a sign for patients. And my grandfather goes, "No, we go this way." I said, "What do you mean we go this way?" "Yeah, no. Dr. Campagna sees me in his office." And we went in, I helped him out of his wheelchair, and I sat in his couch, and I watched Dr. Campagna take care of my grandfather. After my grandfather passed, he was the first one at the funeral and was there with us almost the whole time. Talk about someone that engendered what it means to care for an individual. We are honored to have you here. You have touched my entire family, and I hope I'm a better position because of you.
To show you what your heart is worth. Hold me close, never let go. Beating hearts and they echo. This love is
I knew Ken when he was a resident, and this guy, I have to say, would never leave the hospital. That's when I first saw his commitment, his work ethic. He'd stay there, he'd come in the morning and say, hey Ken, when'd you come in? It's like I never left. 2 days later, we'd come back in. Ken, when'd you come in? Never left. Unshaven, unshowered, never left. Ken, you need to go home. I got more work to do. Nurses, Ken, you need to go home. Have more work to do. Patients, Ken, you're really starting to smell bad. You need to go home. Never left. Shortly after I got to Buffalo as a resident, I got very sick. I was in the ICU for about 5 days. And the one guy that never left my bedside for 5 days, after knowing me for only a couple of years, was Ken Snyder. Stayed there at my bedside.
pen to page we live on. When centuries have come and gone. Ooh, my heart span the river wide. 'Cause I've got a love that won't run dry.
In looking around this room, there isn't anyone that hasn't touched Samantha's lives and makes us better people. Probably the most important person in the room that makes me better is my beautiful wife. And what she's been able to do for me on our trips to see my children is say, why is your phone out? With a touch to my body with her hand of what are you doing? This is what's critical and important to you and to us. And I really realized we might be onto something when on an 8-hour drive home of listening to my mother every minute, when I fully expected her to go, just drive the car off the road. I can't take it another second. When she said, I love your parents. I realized this might actually work.
Rucksack over my shoulder, following the whispers. People ask me where I'm going in such haste, and I say, my girl's a switchblade, a bright light on the cityscape. Wherever she goes, I'm gonna chase. You're something out of